My family back in Jamaica gave me that name way back in the days, man.
Yeah, that's cool. Damion.
Damion.
Yeah, I went there one time. That was a nice place, nice people too.
Yeah,
That was
great
a
energy.
whole man. You could tell a big difference between those people and the people here.
It's different there for sure. Good vibe, you know. It's
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey everybody, it's Eric. I'm here with Damion Stephenson. He's a fitness creator, a physique builder, and somebody who obviously takes discipline seriously. If you're trying to level up your body and your mindset, this episode is for you. What got you into fitness and what made you stick with it?
just years ago. My family grew up, boxing, doing soccer. Most of my cousins box, and when I was young, I was like, I have to get into that sports as well. So I started boxing when I was about four, and played
Yeah.
soccer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's my family trait of them being a combat. My uncle was a jiu-jitsu fighter. A lot of my cousins and then friends was always into the sports. So I said, you know what, I got to get myself into that. So I always had a set of mind. I always stick to it, and by doing that, I was elevated with what I was doing at the time. So I just basically because of family traits and just wanted to see what my family was about back in the days, and that helped elevate my game. Just watching my family, my cousins.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, did you grow up in Jamaica or you just the family's from Jamaica?
Yeah, I was born in Jamaica. My grandpa took me and my mom up into Miami, Florida back in 1996, actually, man. And it was a different experience. I came to America when I was 11, so about maybe 28 years ago.
Oh, that's
So
cool. Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
good environment at the time. So when I came to Miami, it was the vibe was just different. So I had to fit in, get used to the lifestyle of Miami. So it wasn't
Yeah.
just like it was
Yeah.
different for sure.
Yeah. I've been to Florida a couple times, but I've never been to Miami. And it was
It's
just for
different.
business. So I just was there and left. So was there like a specific moment when you realized I'm all in on this?
Definitely. It was my actually elementary year. I realized, hey, I got to take this sport serious. So had a guy came to me named Coach Perez. He said, hey, man, hey, you Jamaican, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah. He said, man, you strong, you strong. 'Cause he saw me play some other sports before. He's like, I got to have you come by Wednesday. So I went by. First thing is, like, I want you to try this out. First move I did was the blast double. Took the guy down, I didn't know what I was doing. So coach, like, you
Yeah.
know what? I want you to come back. From that was a day for me when I started getting into wrestling, get into more combat sports. So, I always stick to it when at the time and elevate my game after that. It was a lights out. It was like, this is you. Nothing could
Yeah.
stop you after that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I started bodybuilding in high school. I'm old now, so I'm 56, so I don't have a whole lot of it left, and I
Man,
hadn't
you
lifted
young.
weights for a while. But yeah, I got tired of getting picked on, so I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know if it was ninth grade. I think I was 5'9", 145 pounds, and when I
yeah.
graduated, I was 5'11" and 185. But it was muscle, man. I was benching, and this was high school, but I was benching 275 in high school, so I thought that was pretty good. But
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's real good for high
yeah,
school. That's real good. Definitely,
well,
definitely.
and people quit picking on me too, and
Yeah.
that worked. So that was
Hey,
the main reason I did it.
that's a good reason too. I mean, I had the same, little similar to that. That's a little bit, but when you learn those things, they actually help you in life too, man. Just that background of working out, it's your mindset in the long run. It helps you throughout life, not just physically, emotionally, but just for the longevity.
Yeah,
Health is wealth, as they say, health is wealth. So to me, my health is my wealth. I could make millions, but if my health ain't good, what
that's
is it gonna
right.
do for me?
Yeah, that's how I feel. I take care of myself, and
Yep, yep,
you really have to if you're going to be happy
that's true.
and feel
Yeah.
good. What did your early fitness journey look like compared to now?
Compared to now, I mean, I was more on the road, just traveling, just going to different competition and stuff like that. Day in, day out, get up 4 o'clock in the morning, training, getting ready for a competition, 7 days a week, eating so much
Mm.
protein and making sure everything was vitals were good. You're not dehydrated, and make sure I was not cutting too much weight too as well. So most of my
Yeah,
competition, you want to, get prepared for it because you could get yourself injured even in practice or even before that. So it was always getting myself prepared. Compared to now, now I'll just basically minimize on certain things I do. Even your food. my food has changed from when I was younger. I don't eat certain things anymore, drink certain things. So, just the lifestyle is a little bit different from when I was 24, 30,
Yep.
31. So definitely, definitely.
Was there like a mistake that you made early on that you see beginners making today?
Well, definitely, definitely is, just doubting certain things, man. You didn't want to doubt certain things in your life, but you always could, come back and say, "Hey, I could fix this." And just again, you always want to listen to that person that got you there. Don't undermine them, even though in the back of your head, I could do this better. I could do that better. But it's understanding that person been there and he's just there to guide you or she to guide you, on your journey. So just listening and taking good information and don't be hard headed in certain situation, and don't
Yeah.
give up. Don't quit.
Yep.
Don't quit no matter how hard the
That-
situation gets.
That's it. And that's where most people they just can't stick with it, is what I see anyway.
It's
Um,
tough. It's tough, man. And that's a journey. When it's tough, you don't want to stick with it, because it's gonna make you better in the long run. It's
yeah.
just like I have a friend. I was training. I was been a personal trainer also for about 20 years, and training someone, you training someone, you want to give them the real aspect of the training. You don't want to baby them and be like, hey, it's okay. No, because you do that, the client won't get to their level or get to their goal. So
Yeah.
it's always good for you to tell the person up front, hey, you can't just starve yourself. You got to do this. Certain things you have to improvise to people realistically. So that helped their journey and helped you as well. So when they come back, you see their journey and the challenge that they're going through. Everything is changing, not just fast, but gradually, once you go through the process, it's a process,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. And I think, and that's what happens to people. They just give up. They can't do it. I mean, you probably get up early every morning. I do too. And I've gotten to the point where I've got my routine and I look forward to getting up. I look at my clock. I don't use an alarm clock. I look at my watch. If it's 3:15, 3:30, I'd usually go ahead and get up, never any later than 4, but that's about what time I need to get up by 4 to get everything done. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's discipline, and it's just to me I just got used to doing it, and now I wouldn't do it any other way. But
definitely, definitely.
yeah,
It becomes your lifestyle. It becomes part of
yeah,
you. So as I tell people, I said, they're like, man, why you look the same? I said, I do the same routine I did when I was, 18, 19. It's just
yeah,
changing a few habits, but keep it the same. Even the food, I meal prep my own food. So
yeah,
99% of the time, I'm not eating out. And I'm not going to lie to you. So it's like, what am I going to put in my body is what I'm going to get out of it as well. So I also watch what I'm doing as well. Definitely want to do
yeah.
that. Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, that's what I do. I don't eat out. I don't. I know what I'm going to have, and I pretty much eat the same thing every day.
definitely. Me too.
What does your current training split look like?
My training split. Mondays I try to mix between the legs, shoulders. Then Tuesdays I do back and buys. Then Wednesday chest and tries. Thursday it's an alternate routine. I do more aesthetics, little fast paced aesthetics, and then
Yeah,
rest on Friday. And Saturday I might get a little cardio in, just to mix up a little bit because you don't want to stick to the same thing, the same routine, and your
yeah,
body gets stuck into that same jeopardy. Guys are like, hey man, why I'm not elevating? Why I'm not getting stronger? Why my body not changing? Because your body have to get that mixture, that feel of
yeah,
hey, boom, let's shock it. So it's always good to mix it up. Even when I was in college, when I was wrestling in college and I played ball, coach always said, hey, you can't do the same move all the time. You have to mix up your routine, make your brain think, hey, I'm
yeah,
not stuck on one thing. Let's elevate over here, and then everything become a click. It clicks into one, and you become better. Once it gradually your schedule too. Once you start training.
What do you prioritize more? Intensity, consistency, or recovery?
So
Yeah,
I
or
mean,
all of them?
yeah, I mean, basically recovery for sure. You definitely and then intensity of workout. You have to get a sweat in. Most of the guys that don't sweat, they go in there get a good pump. Your body have to get your heart rate have to go. If your heart's not pumping,
Yeah.
you're not getting that elevation. So definitely intensity and recovery for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's for me. I never put much emphasis on recovery. Recently, one of the things I've been working on is sleep, and I've just done a few things, and it's really made a difference. And I still, as long as I get 6 hours or 5, 5.5, I'm good. but it's to me, I've found that it's getting the good quality sleep. If it's 5 hours of crap, then
Yeah,
that doesn't do me much good. But yeah,
thanks.
yeah,
And that's another thing too. People forget that your muscle grow faster than your joints. So a lot of guys will lift heavy, don't realize, hey, I got to mix it up, do some aesthetics because you're still gonna lift heavy the next day. That's when you start tearing stuff. So
yeah,
you have to let your joint catch up to your muscle. They're two different part of the body, even though your body's one. So you have to let one catch up to the other. And you're right. Recovery is definitely important. Recovery is a big process as well.
yeah. That's what people don't think about that either. Like I know for me, I mean, that's when I really started, 80s, late 80s, early
Yeah.
90s. And man, back then these guys were walking around with stick legs because nobody was doing legs. And that's
Yeah.
what all my buddies were doing. And I was doing for, I'll bet you 5 years, I did nothing but upper body. And that got me so out of balance and so out of whack. It took me years to get that straightened out. It just,
Oh yeah, yeah. It affect everything, man. Your legs, as I say for male, our legs or joint, or head part, So we doing legs is more much important for us. It's like female, the women could do legs, they're fine. Their
yeah,
recovery is like that. For us, recovery take a couple days sometimes, because that's how we're built different. Upper body, we different dish upper body compared to women, but as men, we definitely got to keep them legs going because that's what's gonna keep her bread and butter. Keep the
yeah.
legs going, get bigger.
I know I've seen women in the gym, a couple different women when I used to go to the gym, and
Yeah,
these women are doing squats with sets of 225 and
yeah,
just 6, 8, 10 reps. And I'm just one man, I can't do that. How's this woman doing all this weight?
yeah, man. They built different, man. When it
Yeah,
comes to legs, every woman is built so different when it comes to legs, for sure.
yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. Yeah, well, one of the things I found out too was my hips had been locked up for a long time, and I just started doing some exercises the last 6 months or so. It's really loosening stuff up, and I can tell a big difference. And so I haven't been in the gym squatting, but I wonder if it would. I think it would make a difference now. Just
It
getting
does.
back in there be like relearning it, but it would be, yeah, I think I would probably be a lot stronger in the leg area now, but not
And
planning on
you,
going back in there right away.
nah, listen, no need to rush. I mean, even with my hip, I hurt my hip back in college, man, my sophomore year, and so it's one of those things where hips are very, very crucial. You want to take your time getting back. You could again just do some twitch workouts, ladder drills, side steps.
Yeah.
Those things will help you. So you don't need to squat right away to get your legs back. Just you could do a tire push, tire flip, those kind of things to elevate your lower hips. Wall
Yeah.
squat. Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I do now every day. About 3 times a day, I do a horse stance and just hold
Nice.
as long as I can, and that's
Yeah,
helped too with the hips and everything, knees, everything's feeling better. I'm 56 and I feel better than I did 10 years ago, 20 years
definitely.
ago, actually. Yeah. So, okay, what do you think separates people who get results from people that stay stuck?
The separation between the two, the people that get results always, make a change. They don't get stuck in that same mindset and don't realize you can't cheat on your training. If you cheat on your training, that's going and not going to elevate you. So the ones that follow the process, it's just following the process for sure. And the ones that don't follow the process, they end up falling back, and then that fall back on the trainer, and then you see better results on the person that basically put the effort. The ones that don't, you're not going to get anything back from that. So. Definitely, always good to follow the routine. Follow the routine and stick with the process.
So you mean by cheating, like getting lazy and just not giving it all you got and
Yeah,
skipping steps and
skipping,
skipping sets and
skipping sets, messing up on your meal. If you're at home counting calories, and you know you're gonna eat ice cream or eat certain things. You could eat junk food. It's just again minimizing it, But
yeah.
you want to follow the process. Don't eat it the whole week. And then you show up, you're like, man, I'm 20 pounds over. What happened? Well, you're at home cheating on your diet or cheating on certain things. You just have to again follow the process, get to the journey. Once you get to the journey, everything is smooth. I promise. It's one of
Yeah.
those. I told guys when they were cutting weight for wrestling, they said you want to start early in the season when you're cutting weight. You don't want to start cutting weight the tail middle of the season. Way before season, you want to start cutting weight so your body could fluctuate. Our
Right.
body fluctuate easily and adapt to what we're doing. Once your mindset get into it. You're just beating that process and making your body say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this." If you could control your own mind, you can control your body. You know, your mind
Mm.
control your body. Once you control the mind, everything is easy after that.
That's the hardest part, though, isn't it? Controlling your
It is the
mind.
hardest.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah.
And 10 years ago, I wouldn't even have known what you, I would have sat here and said, yeah, 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 but I wouldn't have known what you were talking about. What's your approach to building an aesthetic physique versus getting just big?
Sugar intake. So number one is sugar
Yeah.
intake. It's a big thing if you're trying to get abs or lean out. You got to watch the sugar in your protein. The main thing is sugar. Sugar is like crack. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sugar
Yeah.
is the
Oh,
biggest.
yeah.
Your brain craves sugar, and
Yeah.
you could have sugar just a certain amount. So by cutting out sugar, you'll see a lot of results faster and quicker. You know, other than if you're trying to bulk up, then you gotta lift a little bit heavier, but also minimize the amount of reps you're trying to do when you're lifting heavy. But more reps when you're trying to cut down and get shredded. Not you don't
Yeah.
need heavy weights. You don't need heavy. You could even do bands. Lower the weights, do bands for different workouts. That'll get you right for sure.
Yeah, that's like for me, that's I was telling you I hadn't lifted weights in a while, but I do calisthenics
Yeah,
and it seemed to make a difference. It's I kind of went from the weight room right to calisthenics because of my age, I'm getting older and my joints were bothering me, but I think more than anything, lower body anyway, it was my hips. And
yeah.
that's what was I got I can't say I got it straightened out, but I'm working on it, and it's feeling a lot better.
It'll get there for sure. It'll get there
Yeah.
for sure. Calisthenics help a lot. I mean, and calisthenics been around for so long, and that's when guys try to implement calisthenics into CrossFit. A lot of those workout, military, wrestling, combat, those workouts been around for ages, and a lot of people starting to
Hmm.
see that helps the overall body. That's instead of doing one workout, mixing it up, is always good for the body, man. Definitely.
So you clearly take care of your body. What are a few go-to products that you use to stay clean and healthy?
Mainly, I use a lot of clean products as like Shilajit, ashwagandha. Those are natural products you could use to help your body process them a little better. So certain mushrooms you could use as well. Clean product for your body. It's not going to affect you like certain stuff from like other brands, So you definitely want to watch what product you put in your body. Natural stuff is always going to be good. And then
Yeah.
don't overdo it. Don't definitely overdo it. But ashwagandha is a fact. Help your sleeping, help your blood pressure. Moringa is another one that I use. Moringa help your overall health as well. So those are the product I like using, and it helped me overall for just for the long run.
Yeah, I found some of that ashwagandha in my cabinet the other day. I was
Yeah,
going through some stuff, and I don't know if it's expired or how do you use that? Do you mix it in with a drink or how's that work? Mine's a
yeah, yeah.
powder.
You could get it as a powder. They have them pill form, but I prefer the powder. Could hit your body better. The powder actually is in the ashwagandha is more like a light brown. The moringa is a little bit green. So if the moringa has about maybe 60 to 50 different green products in there to help you if you miss eating salad or something some sort. The
Yeah,
moringa will help. Definitely, moringa will help your body throughout the process. Now the ashwagandha help build natural testosterone in the body. You don't have
yeah,
to worry about, oh, hey, I'm gonna take this stuff here. No need for that. It's all natural. It's coming from a root, come from the natural trees, come from the ground. So all natural.
yeah. I might have to go home and try that, maybe order some fresh stuff. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I just
yeah.
saw it yesterday. So I think I'm gonna give that a try. Yeah, what kind of body care products do you use?
So I mean, I do have the Mountain brand deodorant as well.
Yeah,
Definitely gonna have that. Have my face balm as well, my beard oil.
yeah,
The product is all natural, so I try to keep what I have in natural phases to keep my skin clear. But just most mainly again, the ashwagandha actually help your skin. That's another thing.
oh,
The
okay.
moringa, it does
I'm gonna give
100%.
it a try. Yeah,
I'm
you
telling you,
talked
it
me
does
into
wonders,
it.
brother. It does for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
good. I'm gonna
it
actually
does for
go home
sure.
and have it today.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
100%. I try to keep everything natural. The products, especially with Mountain Brown products, are very, very amazing. So over the couple of years, I used the Mountain brand, and nothing get better than that. Even with my beard, you can
yeah,
see the beard right now. It's shining.
yeah. It
It's
looks
looking
good.
thick.
Yeah, yeah,
So definitely keep it natural.
yeah. Good.
Natural products.
Early morning workouts or late at night for
Late at
you?
night. Late at
Okay.
night.
Bulk or cut?
In between.
Yeah, that's what I figured you'd say.
In
Yep.
between.
Favorite muscle group to train?
Well, I'll say hips and abs.
Okay. That's one you don't hear much. That's good though. Those are the important ones.
Yep.
One food you could eat every day.
Chicken.
All right. Biggest goal for next year.
Next year, definitely just keep pushing, keep thriving for the next success and the success, overall health, success.
Get your pro card and on to the Arnold.
Yep, maybe.
Yeah. There was a guy, what was the bodybuilder from Jamaica? And I think he died, but he won Mr. Olympia, Sean Roden.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
I was there when he won the first year.
Man, it's crazy. Those guys go through a lot, and it's all about cutting. Some of them cutting too early, and when you do that, it affects your whole inner system, man. It's dehydration is the key. You're cutting down to 3.5% body fat. It's
Yeah. That's crazy. I heard Dorian Yates talking one time about how he would get so low in body fat that
yeah,
the pads of his feet would hurt when he walked on the stage barefoot.
yeah.
And
It's
yeah,
it's tough. It's tough.
that's low body fat when you're feeling that.
Yeah, you don't want to get below three. Get below that. That's no good for the body. You start going to shock, and it's no good overall.
What's the lowest you've ever been?
Three 3.4. I had to cut weight for a competition about 20 pounds. So I had to cut down and so during that week I cut boom and I know I had to get to that weight class.
That's ripped.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If somebody that's listening right now feels stuck, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, man, just strive for what's gonna make you better, but also just think about what the outcome you're gonna get. Don't quit. Don't give
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
You're gonna have that thing in the back of your head say, hey, stop, don't stop. Because that one person gonna tell you can't do it. Don't ever tell yourself you can't, because you
Right.
always can.
That's
Find that
right.
mindset. Yep, never tell
Yep.
yourself you can't. We all could do it. It's in us. It's just finding that push, finding
Yeah.
you. Find
Yep.
yourself first, and I guarantee you, you'll never go back. Never.
Yeah. That makes total sense to me now. But like I said earlier, 5 or 10 years ago, I would have said, "Man, what's he talking about?" But
Yeah.
that all makes sense to me now. So, where can people find you and follow you on your journey?
Well, you can find me on Instagram. I do have my Facebook, but I use Instagram most. You can find me at D Stevenson at Fitness as well. Definitely look me up, and I'll definitely be there. If you have any questions or anything, any feed you want to send me, I could go over it. And anything health wise, I'll definitely assist you with. So you
Yeah.
can find me on Instagram and IG.
Okay. That's cool. Yep.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you
Yeah.
so
Thanks,
much.
All right,
man.
Eric. You too, Eric. No problem, man.
Yep. See you.
You guys have a wonderful day.
All
You
right. You
too.
too.
All right.